During the summer of 2020, a conservation and restoration project concerning Romanian winter garments belonging to the collection of the Bistrița Museum took place. The project was organised by Bistrița-Năsăud Museum Complex and Heritage for the Future Cultural Association in collaboration with European Heritage volunteers. 8 volunteer participants from 7 countries travelled to the city of Bistrița in Transylvania. Under the guidance of specialists from the Astra National Museum Complex and from the Bistrița-Năsăud Museum Complex, the participants spent 10 days learning traditional techniques such as soiling prevention, cleaning, embroidery, and wool dyeing. During the workshops, they were familiarised with the material and immaterial aspects of these traditions. At the end of the training, they came together to showcase the pieces they had been working on in order to apply these new techniques and present their own national costumes.
I think it's important to learn traditional handicrafts. I'm really aware of fast fashion and I'm trying to shop more eco-friendly and be better for the environment. So actually learning a skill like embroidery is going to help me so much with my own clothing.
Everything right now is really commercial and really like factory made, so I think keeping traditional artisanal work is really important to like keep traditions alive and to represent everybody's individual heritage.
I think it's important for new generations to discover or rediscover that before we had normal ways or modern ways of production, there used to be knowledge and heritage that was transmitted from generation to generation to produce everyday objects that we take for granted now.
So I think that handicrafts are important because they help connecting us with previous generations, and also we can learn how to use their knowledge in the current times.
It actually surprised me how similar Romanian heritage and history is to more Western European. I think lots of the types of embroidery and clothing look similar to that of German, and we were looking at the kind of Saxon influences on it. So I think in my head I saw Romania as quite East, and actually now I see Romania as much more of a Western country.
Before I came to this project, I honestly had no idea about Romanian heritage, so to me it was really important, especially as a textile expert, to come and visit Romania and join this project, because it's definitely one of the countries with the most important textile traditions in all of Europe. And fortunately, some of those traditions are still alive, so you still can find people doing them in the present.
Experience is so hard to get nowadays. I applied to do some experience in England, working in museums, but even just for volunteering, they expect you to have lists of experience just to do a volunteering position. They're really competitive, so to be able to say I've gone to a different country, which is already a bonus, and worked in a museum in Romania. I've done actual restoration work, I've done curating, and I've worked with museum professionals. It's an amazing experience, and it should definitely help me for my master's, my PhD, and hopefully getting a job in the future.
I'm really interested in conservation and also in heritage. So this project was a way to get to know more about the conservation of a very concrete material, which is sheepskin wool. I obviously never worked with a piece like that, so it really surprised me, and I really get to know new things about conservation.
Like, I just started studying fashion, so I didn't really know a lot about the field and what I was going to study. And it's really like broadened my view on artisanal work and like embroidery and a lot of hand stitching and stuff like that. So it's definitely helped me to like figure out where I'm gonna head in my direction, like in my career.
Professionally, I think it's just giving me new knowledges or new ideas of how to treat and approach textile heritage.
I think you learn a lot because you have to work on things. You develop some techniques or some ways that you can do the process. Each person has a different way to approach the the textiles. It was really nice.
This program was really inspirational, not because of the heritage, but because of the participants. And all the conversation with the participants really make me appreciate the different cultures more.
All of the embroidery, the amount of stitches, the different colors, scheme used, and also the way all of the motifs, the floral motifs have been organized. I would personally consider them some of the most beautiful textiles expressions I've seen.
I've learned a lot because I couldn't imagine that a person could work in previous time with such fashion style.
During the weekend, the volunteers visited the surroundings to get to know local customs and monuments. The Jelna wine cellar was first, where they learned about the history of wine and local winemaking. After that, they made a trip to the Jelna Evangelical Church Ensemble. Dating from the 15th century, the monument is in need of restoration. Afterwards, the volunteers walked the Via Transylvanica, a hiking project by Tashulesa Social Association, and visited the Piatra Fantanelli Monastery of Tihutsa Pass. Here, they learned about local history and intangible heritage. Icon painting and textile making are a speciality of the region, making great use of automated machinery which can create intelligent designs and patterns. The initiative was a good opportunity to promote national heritage in a wider context and paved the way for a lasting cultural exchange.